Hey guys, my name is Asperchava, and welcome back to another episode of the Borussia Dortmund career mode. This is episode 9 in the series, and I just want to firstly apologize for a lack of uploading on the channel as of late, because as you can tell, these videos are a bit few and far between as of recently, but trying to balance school and everything has been a bit tough recently, and as you can see there, picked up a win against Wolfsburg in a game that I simulated off camera. Pretty easy one there, but we are starting off the first game of this episode with a Der Klassiker. This is a different one that happened opposed to the one over the weekend, obviously. This one much later on in the season, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're 27 matches then, so much later in the season. We are still 4 points out of Bayern, which is less than real life. Borussia Dortmund now 7 points ahead of Bayern in real life, which is great to see because, you know, when you're doing a series on a team in FIFA, you kind of want to see them succeed in real life. And that is exactly what they're doing now. So, here is going to be Bayern's starting lineup. Neuer in goal, no change there. Alaba, Hummels, Boateng, and Kimmich. Tolisso ahead of them. And then ahead of him is a four of Coman, Goretzka, Rodriguez, and Robin, I'm pretty sure that was, and then Lewandowski up top. They have signed Jesse Lingard, which is a bit interesting to see. Frank Ribery on the bench, Serge Gnabry there as well. There's our golden boy, as I like to call him. And if you don't call him golden boy by now, I don't know what's wrong with you. Here's our starting lineup. Roman Berkey in goal, Guerrero, top right, Diallo and Hakimi at the back, Götze and Witzel in the center defense mid positions, Royce and Pulisic in the attacking mid positions, and then Maximilian Philip and high-scoring Timo Werner, our new signing, up top. Alcacer on the bench along with Shinji Kagawa for this game. So let's get it. So, not that far into the game, we would have a good chance here. And you're going to see Pulisic being slipped through there. No one on him. Christian Pulisic, 1-0. Now, you would probably think, well, you know what, Borussia Dortmund, it's going to be a close game, right? You'd think that this game is going to be close. However, as this game goes on, as I show you more highlights, you're going to start to think, how is this team even in second? If you're about to see what we just did to this second place team, you're going to be questioning how they're even close to us. Like 4 points behind us is not that far away. But not even 3 minutes later, we score again. And a picture-perfect pass there, or cross. It was very good nonetheless. Maximilian Philip with the headed goal, crossbar down. Neuer left standing there, really. You can hear the boos echoing around the Allianz Arena. Goal line technology not really needed for this, but they decided to show it to us. Anyway, Neuer just being like, paint me like one of your French girls. And the ball, obviously that's not a goal, but that is definitely a goal. And we take a 2-0 lead, not even 20 minutes into this game, and Bayern Munich are crumbling. Probably not as bad as real life. Real life was pretty bad crumbling, but here we go again with a good save by Neuer there, rolling back the years with a good tip out wide. Do you guys think Manuel Neuer is still one of the best goalkeepers in the world? Certainly for me, he's starting to decline a little bit. I still think he's very, very good. Probably the injury has a lot to do with it. But 70th minute, Marco Reus here. What a save. Again, Manuel Neuer showing us why he's a world-class goalkeeper. Why he's one of the best in the world. And look at that. Look at that save. Sends it completely other way. And now Bayern have a free kick right on the top of the box, and Lewandowski off the crossbar. But from that free kick, we, Borussia Dortmund, the counter-attacking masters. Jadon Sancho gets on his horse, and it's Jadon Sancho cutting the back, and Kagawa squeezes it in. It is Borussia Dortmund 3, FC Bayern Munich 0. And the substitute, Shinji Kagawa, gets on the score sheet. And we are high flying. We are no longer 4 points behind us. They are now 7 after this game. Kagawa barely managing to get this finish in. No one really stepping him, which is a bit strange, but very slow volley right there. And that's his fourth goal in the Bundesliga. And you would think that's how the game would end, but we don't stop for anybody or anything. We don't care. We keep going. And Axel Witsel in the 92nd minute makes it 4-0 to Borussia Dortmund. And the two Afro boys, Jadon Sancho and Axel Witsel, celebrating alongside each other there. We have torn Bayern Munich apart. Like, I mean, torn them apart. Look at that nutmeg on Max Hummels there. And that's Axel Witzel's second goal in the Bundesliga. And that is how the game would finish. FC Bayern Munich 0, Borussia Dortmund 4 at the Allianz Arena. And right after that game, we would go into a Champions League quarter-final game here against Inter Milan. Now, both these teams having a bit of renaissance seasons, if you will. They're like actually playing well now. Not to say that Inter Milan wasn't good before, but this season in real life at least, both of these teams are pulling up like huge results. Well, apart from the fact that Inter Milan lost to Atalanta this weekend, which is a bit embarrassing. But you know what? This is FIFA. This isn't real life. Anything can happen, as you're going to see in this video, or in these highlights of this specific game. See 9 goal on there. There's Ben Davies of all people signing for them. Spurs left back. And then there's their best player, Samir Handanovic, and Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson is not just the player for Inter Milan, he's their captain. He literally walked in and became their captain. How do you do that? He literally just took the captain's armband off of Mauro Icardi. Now, although it may be that Inter Milan fans don't really like Mauro Icardi all that much, but you know what? He's their captain whether they like it or not. Levan Kurzawa on the bench as well. No Epic Brozo Crocodrio on the team at all. He might have been transferred out. Keita Balde-Diao is in the lineup, and on loan for Salco is also in there. But enough talking about Inter Milan. Look at our fans at the back there. And speaking of Borussia Dortmund, we want to see our starting lineup. So, in a few seconds, we're going to get to that right after we take some of the team pictures. You can see a few familiar faces, including Marcel Schmelzer, Timo Werner, Dan Axel Zagadou, the gigantic young defender, like gigantic. There's our starting lineup, and then a few players on the bench that you might recognize. So Alcacer, Werner, Sancho, Kagawa, Delaney, Dahoud, Schmelzer, Zagadou, Akanji, Toljan, and Berkey getting yet another start. So we're going to kick off this away game, and 17 minutes in, Inter would have a great chance to make it 1-0. Will they capitalize on it? No. Yes, they will. Berkey with the initial save, but pushes it right back out into the danger area where Ivan Perisic is waiting like a cat hunting on a mouse right there. Ivan Perisic makes it 1-0. It's a good initial save, just put it over the crossbar or something. But unfortunately, we dropped down to a 1-0 deficit. That's his third goal in the Champions League this season. But we are going to fight for this. And Isak, what a save from Handanovic there. And then Schmelzer. And another great save by Samir Handanovic. Oh, he's one of the best goalkeepers in the game. And we almost kept that ball in there. But Inter Milan, now having defended, now have the opportunity to get on the attack here. Now here's Nainggolan. Jordan Henderson threading the needle. No, it was intercepted yet again, but then re-intercepted. Now Balde-Diao playing through ball, and somehow Zagadou hasn't gotten there before. It's an open volley, and Ivan Perisic has scored 2 goals against us here. We are 2-0 behind, guys. It's not looking good for the black and yellow right now. And Raja Nainggolan with the assist there. Cannot believe that Zagadou did not get to him before that. I do not know what Zagadou's pace stats are, but he definitely should be getting there. And the marking is even worse. That's not experience really isn't a thing in FIFA, but obviously, your rating will go up as the years go on if you do have that potential. But Inter weren't done. Good save by Roman Berkey there. But back to the point of defenders really needing to mark up in the box. And believe it or not, guys, we lost that game 2-0. Perisic with 2 goals 40 minutes apart. And that was the interesting fact there. That was the first game that we played this entire series where we did not score a goal, I think. But, I was kind of mad, so, I'm like, I'm just going to take the first team and simulate some games up against some really bad mid-table teams. So, look at this game. 2-0. And Royce obviously missing a penalty very early on, but Maximilian Philip makes it 3-0. As well, Gutser and Werner getting some goals, and that's how that game would finish 3-0 in the end. But it's time for redemption, guys. It is time for redemption. Inter have a huge, huge lead over us, 2-0, but 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in all of soccer. I don't know if you or football. Don't know if you ever heard that expression, but it's been said a lot over the years. So, we really need a victory here if we want to get into the semi-finals. Real Madrid, Galatasaray, Atletico Madrid, Spurs, Bayern, and Valencia. Look at that. Valencia going through there. Bit of a surprise. Real Madrid and Galatasaray, we will see who goes through out of those two. Can Real Madrid, under Santiago Solari, be a bit of a... maybe retain the Champions League for yet another year? Well, we'll see. Maybe. Borussia Dortmund will have their names on that trophy come the end of the season. You will see. Unfortunately, you probably will not see that because I lost the footage for the final episode of the series. That's not really a spoiler alert because it's not telling you who won, but I don't have the footage. So, just as a quick heads up, we do win the DFB Pokal. We did get into the final of that and everything, and we did win it, so I'm just telling you guys that now, because I just simply don't have the footage for that. It somehow deleted itself, I'm not really sure, but here's our starting lineup. Not too different from the last time, apart from Robbie Jacobs making his debut in the Borussia Dortmund team, the next Kevin De Bruyne, as I have labeled him. And we would get off to a good start here. Achraf Hakimi making it 1-2. And we would just need one more goal. And we would tie this game up. Very, very good start here. Only 10 minutes in. Good ball and diving header. 2 players go for a diving header there. But Achraf Hakimi is the one who comes out on top. And we would take a 1-0 lead in this game. 2-1 behind on aggregate though. Still need another goal. But not even 2 minutes later, Inter would come down the wing and score. Now they have an away goal, meaning that if we want to go through, we have to score 3 freaking goals. It's Mauro Icardi who had his captaincy stripped of him by Jordan Henderson, but it was a good cross. Again with the marking. Oh my god, that's awful marking. And Mauro Icardi gets his 6th goal in the Champions League. And, guys, it wouldn't get better. That's a good save off the post. Another shot. It's not looking good for us, guys. 25 minutes in. We now need 4 goals to go through to the next round. The odds are significantly stacked against us at this point. That is one of the most FIFA goals I have ever conceded. Roman Berkey stops a one-on-one, but they can't stop that shot. I don't know how. But the bane of my existence, Ivan Perisic, yet again scores a goal. And here's Royce, out wide to Hakimi. Hakimi, fake shot, cuts inside. Hakimi! And again, Achraf Hakimi on the double. Could he be powering us towards an unprecedented comeback? Samir Handanovic, not much you can do about that. There's 2 goals in this game for Achraf Hakimi. And now we are still in need of 3 more goals. But guys, every time we would score in this game, Inter Milan would just keep coming back and shooting and scoring. I don't think they missed a shot. Either it would go on target, or it would go in the back of the net, and I'm pretty sure out of those, the majority of those times, the ball would go in the back of the net. So we're back up to needing 4 goals to go through. And Fernandinho with a screamer, might I add, on that shot, transferring from Manchester City apparently. But we are still just trying to fight back into this game. It was very against us, and here is Berkey just, I don't even know. Seriously, guys, when things get bad, they get really, really bad. Raja Nainggolan capitalizing on an open goal. Well, I called out Roman Berkey to try and get to that ball before him, and now we are needing 5 goals with 15 minutes left just about. But where is our defense? And it's Marcel Sabitzer. And couldn't they just pass it around the back or something? Don't you think we've had enough? This game alone is 2-5. We would be, even if it was 0-0 in the first leg, we would still be going out because it's 2-5. 5 away goals. Are you serious? Marcel Sabitzer. Oh my god. But guys, we wouldn't stop fighting. We'd still try to get back in this game, and the substitute Paco Alcacer. Last one in the top corner. But at this point, that's really just a consolation goal. We still need 5 more goals in just 12 minutes in full stoppage time. It's not gonna happen, guys. I'm sorry to say, but it's not gonna happen. Our Champions League dream is over. We lose big in the quarterfinals of the Champions League to Inter Milan. Our defending was horrendous, to say the least. We go out on 3-7 aggregate score against Inter Milan, with Perisic scoring quite a few of those. But jumping back into some training, guys, and that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. Yeah, very disappointing at the end there that we are not able to go through to the next round of the Champions League. However, it's looking like we're going to win the league, and I've already told you that we did win the DFB Pokal. So, there's a little bit of good news to brighten up that huge disappointment. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I've been Trevor, and I'll see you guys next time.